The mailroom gets upgrades to help both students and staff.
Basketball hosts Hoop Fest before they start their season.
And one sports team spends time each week helping out a local organization.
And welcome to QUTV News this week. I'm Raven Ash.
And I'm Michele Barletta. Does your team participate in a service project?
The women's lacrosse team rolls up their sleeves each week to serve a local animal shelter. The Quincy Humane Society is a no-kill shelter and nonprofit organization. Because the shelter is privately funded, it relies heavily on volunteers. Members of the women's lacrosse team volunteer to socialize animals every Tuesday afternoon. Volunteering to socialize the animals may seem like more play than work. However, it is an essential part of the volunteer program here at Quincy Humane Society. The more socialized an animal is, the more likely it will find its forever home. The team spends their time at the shelter taking the dogs out for their afternoon walks. They also help socialize the cats.
After a long day of classes, I get to play with dogs and they just make me feel better.
Volunteering with the animals allows the team to bond while serving the community.
I like coming here every week because the dogs and cats always need people to play with, and it just makes me happy, like helping them out.
The Quincy Humane Society always welcomes new volunteers. Raven Ash, QUTV Quincy. For more information about becoming a Quincy Humane Society volunteer, visit quincyhumanesociety.org. 2020 and 2021 Heritage Award recipients were honored during homecoming weekend. The awards are the highest honors given by QU to outstanding alumni. Dr. William Dolan, Alan Nepler, Lucinda Awerkamp McLean, Paul Brown, Father Frank Kordek, Brady Killian, and Megan Greer received the awards. The 7 recipients have made significant contributions through their success, service, and accomplishments. A QU tradition is back. Hoop Fest is Thursday, October 21st at 7 p.m. in Pepsi Arena. The men's and women's basketball teams will scrimmage. The night will also feature games, prizes, and food. The event is free and open to the public.
The mailroom has just started using a new system, and it should make collecting your packages easier. The process completely eliminates the use of paper.
Collecting your mail at QU looks slightly different this year. The mailroom has introduced a system called QTrack, which makes the process almost entirely electronic, letting students know through email when their package has arrived. Students can still pick up envelopes, letters, and small packages directly from their box. However, the pink slips that they're used to seeing from last year will no longer be in their individual boxes. Shane Wingerter has pre-logged the details of every student so that they are emailed as soon as he scans their package.
When a package comes down the slide over here, it has a barcode. Well, this system here, you press a button to route, and you can see it will automatically scan that particular barcode.
QTrack helps Wingerter save time daily by eliminating hours of extra tasks such as paperwork and manual tracking.
This completely frees us up. So what took, I would say, 3 or 4 hours to do, which is logging packages, has been reduced to probably 35 to 40 minutes.
Wingerter believes that the new system is working well, making life easier for himself and the mailroom staff, as well as every student on campus.
You no longer have to leave the comfort of your room to find out if your care package has arrived. You can just wait until you get the automated email. The Quincy Music Department has 2 concerts coming up. The Fall Choir Concert is Sunday, October 17th at 3 p.m. and the Hawk Express Jazz Band annual Fall Concert is next weekend. It will be Sunday, October 24th at 3 p.m. The band will perform several jazz tunes. Colby Schultz and Phil Haverstock will also perform featured pieces. The concert is open to the public and free. Mandatory study hall hours go by quickly in the Student Success Center.
Freshmen are required to log a certain number of hours each week. There is a system to record their time, and that is monitored by their coaches. There are several rooms available for private or group study sessions. Students have access to school computers and Wi-Fi. Study hours also provide a good way to meet new friends while getting homework done. After the break, Micah will give us an update on the upchanging weather. It sure is a gloomy day outside today.
I know, and it has been a wet one over the last few days. So, Micah, hopefully you can tell us what's in store over the next few days.
Well, heading into this weekend, we will be experiencing some low vibrations due to the weather. And if you take a look at this video, you'll see exactly what I mean by that. I mean, just look at the weather, like it is coming down. At this point, it's not even cats and dogs anymore. We're talking lions, bears, tigers. It's maybe the third day that we've seen weather like this. But looking at the headlines, as I said, it's pretty wet outside. The temperature is dropping. Super gloomy, super gloomy. One of these days where you just want to just relax. But looking at today's temperature, we have a high of 76 and a low of 58. The average around this time is just a few degrees lower, with the high of 74 and a low of 56. In 2017, we still experienced those summer temperatures with a high of 80. And in 2019, we witnessed a chilly 44 degrees. Looking at today's temperature, the high is 76. As I said, the rain is coming down, as well as thunderstorms and lightning. Hopefully it doesn't prevent those that have to practice outside from practicing. Winds coming in from the south of 15 miles per hour. Looking at tonight's temperature, we'll see the temperature drop increasingly. Rain will still be there. Winds coming in from a different direction to the southwest, 10 miles per hour. Looking at tomorrow's forecast, the rain will go away just slightly with a little bit of rain. Temperature dropping as well to a high of 67. Winds coming in from the northeast of 4 miles per hour. Looking at our event forecast, the coldest day we will experience is on Friday. Rain's still there, so please bundle up. High of 60 degrees. Friday evening, the temperature will drop as well to a real brisk 42. Clouds will still be there, might not witness any rain. And then coming in on Saturday, the sun will be there, clouds out of the sky, but the temperature will be fairly low to low of 62, but that should be a fun time for those football players that have to play. As I said, on Thursday, we are looking at a high of 67 and a low of 42, 24% chance of rain. Coming in on Friday, a high of 60 and a low of 42 with a 51% chance of rain similar to today. On Saturday, percentage of rain drops increasingly. Sunny day, high of 62 with a low of 48. Looking at our 7-day forecast, the sun will remain in the sky. Temperature increases slightly to a high of 70 on Sunday and a low of 51. On Monday, it'll continue to increase to a high of 73 and a low of 52. On Tuesday, it'll drop just slightly. Clouds coming in, providing that little bit of cool for you. High of 71, low of 50. And on Wednesday, the clouds will remain, but the high will be 68 and the low of 50 as well. Now, as I said, these temperatures that we have been witnessing may encourage those to stay in the house and just take a load off, because I know that's what I wanted to do today. But here at QUTV, the show must go on. And that's all we have for your weather.
Thanks, Micah. I'm really excited for these more mild temperatures.
Indeed.
I am happy that the sun will be out for the game on Saturday, and everyone can get out to the Rock and enjoy some Hawk football. Next up, we take a look at sports with Madison Norris. Sounds like it was a pretty tough weekend for Hawk sports all around.
I did hear there were some sad losses taken over the weekend, but I also heard of a couple solid wins for the Hawks as well.
You know, unfortunately, you would all be correct. This weekend, you know, the Hawks had some tough weekend matchups and had quite a few hard losses. Some wins, but mostly losses. But the Hawks have another weekend full of opportunities coming up. We'll talk about all of that, but first, let's talk about an exciting new announcement that was released for QU Athletics' future. Earlier this fall semester, Quincy University announced the return of the Hawks swim team. Monday afternoon, Athletic Director Josh Raby and President Dr. Brian McGee announced the hire of Brian Christensen as the Hawks head coach. The Quincy University swim team will officially start competition during the 2022-2023 academic year. The men's tennis team hosted the first annual fall tournament this past weekend. The men's team took home a pair of top 3 finishers in the doubles action, along with one top 5 finisher in the singles. The women's team traveled to Kirksville to compete in a dual meet against Truman State and Coe College. The Lady Hawks took wins in every category and came back home undefeated on the weekend. This weekend wrapped up the fall tennis season. Both teams will return to the court in February. The Quincy University men's soccer team traveled to the University of Illinois Springfield on Friday night and then to Lewis University for a Sunday afternoon matchup. The Hawks battled the Prairie Stars on Friday night in a tough-fought game. Camus Harris would score Quincy's only point of the night to get the Hawks on the board. Quincy's goalkeeper, Michele Barletta, would have an outstanding 11 saves to keep the Hawks out of the L column. After a tie on Friday night, the Hawks took a tough loss from the Lewis Flyers. Unfortunately, Quincy was unable to find the net throughout the duration of the game, while the Flyers found it twice. The Quincy University men's soccer team will travel once again this weekend to take on Truman State in Kirksville, Missouri. The women's soccer team was on the road this weekend just like the rest of QU Athletics. The Friday night matchup was an exciting game that rolled into overtime. Jessica Felix scored the Hawks' only goal of the night and was assisted by Lexi Portia. The Hawks were unable to grab a win from the Prairie Stars and lost 2-1. The team then traveled to play Lewis University, where Lauren Crane scored a penalty kick late in the match to win the game. The team wrapped up their weekend by getting back in the win column. The women's soccer team will travel to Truman State this Friday for another GLVC matchup. The Quincy women's volleyball team is currently midway through their conference season with a 5-5 record, but their season isn't the only season they're focused on this year. This fall season, the Quincy University women's volleyball team decided to take up coaching alongside their own games. The St. Peter's third grade CYO team, players, and parents were pleasantly surprised when they learned of their new coaches.
I know everybody's very appreciative of the team doing this. I think Sunday when they showed up, actually one of the mothers thought you guys were doing every team. And I'm like, oh no, it's just for our group. And then they were really excited about that. So we just appreciate it a lot.
The team practices every Tuesday and competes every Sunday, getting better and learning so much more about the game of volleyball. The team volunteered to coach in hopes of inspiring young players throughout the league.
I hope to inspire them with hard work and just being committed to playing and coming here, just putting 100%.
Many of the young girls have dreams of becoming high school and college volleyball players.
I want to play volleyball in high school, and this can help me learn a lot from volleyball in high school.
While the girls work to make their dreams a reality one day, the coaches are pushing to keep the love of the game around.
I play because it's fun.
Hawks on 3.
1, 2, 3, Hawks!
Volleyball team will travel to Indiana this weekend for the Midwest Regional Crossover. Then they will return to coach their CYO team on Sunday. The men's golf team finished 15th at the Midwest Regional Monday and Tuesday. Quincy shot a .324 as a team on the first day, followed by a .327 in the second round. The Hawks improved their score in the third round by double digits in the third and final round after shooting a .310. The team's last event of the fall season will be next week's Bearcat dual gender invite held at Far Oaks Golf Course in Caseyville, Illinois. The Hawks cross country team competed at the Illinois College Invite this past weekend. The Hawks' final results ended in 2 standout performances, a 5th place finish by Timothy Legment and 11th place finish by Athena Leotos. The Hawks cross country team does not compete again until October 23rd, when they will run for the GLVC championship. The Hawks football team took on Lindenwood Lions on Saturday. Following a Lindenwood touchdown to open the game, Quincy scored on the first offensive drive. Tion Harris found his favorite target, Eugene Witherspoon, for a 41-yard score. At the half, the Lions led 21-14. The game remained tight right to the end, but the Hawks weren't able to come away with a victory. The Hawks will be back at home this Saturday to play the McKendree Bearcats. The game kicks off at 3 p.m. at QU Stadium. You know, Michele, 11 saves, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a tough game. Our backs were definitely up against the wall, but I'm just glad we could come away without losing that game. Coming up, we'll show you a peaceful place to pray, meditate, or study for finals.
A secret garden that fell into disrepair has been given new life. We'll walk you through it after the break.
Finding your passion is easy at Quincy University. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's degree or looking to go even further, at QU, your professional and academic future is bright. 40 undergrad programs include moments that become experiences, connections that become careers, and relationships that become lifelong support. We want you here. That's why we work hard to ensure that a Quincy University education is affordable. Let us help you put together a plan. Visit discover.quincy.edu to get started.
A meditation garden is open to students at North Campus. The Stations of the Cross garden was renovated right before COVID hit. Old wooden market to repair from years of harsh weather. But Jim and Judy Hines paid for granite markers to mark Jesus' journey to the cross. They both graduated from QU and were honored with the Distinguished Alumni of the Year in 2019. The garden sits between A and B buildings on North Campus.
Wow, you know, those are beautiful markings, and I mean, who would know that they're even there, right?
I mean, considering the weather, you still might want to find a new place to meditate, though.
Yeah, for sure. I'll have to check that out.
For all of us here at QUTV, thanks for watching. Look for QUTV on social media and find our stories on QUmedia.net. Have a great week.